Tell that girl I'm gonna slaughter it.
Yo, if you wanted to learn how to dribble, you came to the right spot. This is like the first day, you know what I mean? The dribbling is pretty similar to last year, but you can get really right with this shit. This game has a lot of potential, but let's get started. Now, to do the escape spam, all you have to do is hold R2 while the ball's in your left hand, flick the right stick to the right, and you get that little animation right here. Now, to do the momentum cross, all you have to do is flick the right stick up and run to the opposite ball hand. So if the ball is in your left hand, flick the right stick up, then hold R2 and run to the right. Now, to do the curry slide, you know, all you have to do is hold R2 and put the ball diagonally to bottom left or bottom right, you know, okay, through your legs, and you can get that. You can only spam it up to 3 times until you run out of stamina. Now, to do this gather, I'm calling it a gather from 2K19 because that was the first time we ever seen it. If the ball's in your left hand, you hold R2 the entire time, and you put it diagonally bottom right, and then you quickly do a snatchback, and you get that little animation right there. It looks so clean this year. A snatchback is hold R2 and flick the right stick down, of course. Alright, for you stage motherfuckers and anybody that like to shoot a shot real quick. This is how you quick stop. There's multiple ways. I got a couple I'm going to say out loud just because why not? This is a bonus. Basically, doesn't matter what you have on, any dribble move, size up, whatever. As long as you hold R2 and flick the right stick up, you will get that animation right there. Now, to do the breakdown combos, it's just like last year. They're like the aggressives. All you have to do is hold R2 and flick the right stick up. And you get that right there. Now, I'm calling this the hidden breakdown combo because last year there was breakdowns and there was aggressives. I don't know why they took them off, but it is what it is. It's kind of the same way as last year. And then right there, I have Curry size up just because I want to get, you know, the sick size up from last year, the double between the leg thing. But all you have to do is flick the right stick up twice. But it looks better when you're in a combo because if you're in a combo, you just flick the right stick up twice, he'll instantly start doing it, and there's no weird animation beforehand. Now, to do a walk back size up, all you have to literally do is hold the left stick back, aka down, and then flick the right stick up. And, you know, he'll just start doing some freaky shit like that. Now, to do the aggressive behind the back, if the ball's in your right hand, all you do is hold R2 and put it through your legs like a behind the back. But you just move the left stick top left to go, you know, that direction. And look, he gets that animation right there. If you do it the opposite side, you know, you get the same thing. And it's really nice. It's really good to do that to get open and score for a dime. Now, to do it behind the back, all you have to do is just run forward, hold R2, and put the ball through your legs, aka either bottom right or bottom left. You know, you might not need to hold R2, but, you know, it's personal preference, to be honest. Now, this is how I do peeking. I've seen people doing other ways. It's very confusing to me. All you have to do is if the ball's in your left hand, flick it to the right and run to the right. Then, while you're holding R2, all you have to do is flick the right stick up and you get that stop animation right there. And then just do it again. Like, I think that's way simpler, it's way easier. And you're already doing that to shoot anyway, so, yeah. Now, to do the misdirection from 2K22, all you have to do is if the ball's in your left hand, flick your right stick to the right, then quickly hold R2 and flick it back to the left. You know, vice versa. If the ball's in your right hand, you flick it to the left, and then quickly hold R2 and flick it to the right. And you get that animation. They're looking a little harder. I wish you could use both sticks for them like how you could in the past, but it is what it is. It's still a nice thing to have back in the game. Alright, this is how you nutmeg. I couldn't do it last year, but I have been able to do it before. You know, I don't know. It's always different every, like, 2K, every 2Ks, whatever. But if the ball is in your left hand, all you have to do is flick the right stick bottom right, then horizontally to the right. And you get that animation right there. It's really easy. It's really simple. And it's pretty nice. You get to use it to go back to the three-pointer. It's very effective. again, if the ball's in your right hand though, all you gotta do is run forward, flick the ball bottom left, and then horizontally straight to the left, and you get that animation right there. Look how clean it is. You, like I said, you run to the 3-pointer so fast. It's just crazy. But last but not least, this is the go-to shot. This was in the game last year, but all you have to do is hold R2 and hold the right stick up, and you know, as soon as you see an animation, stop. And that's what it looks like on my left hand, but you know, this is what it's gonna look like on my right, because it's different. See? It's usually slower on your non-dominant hand. But that was the end of this tutorial, you know what I mean? If you want to dribble like this, you know what I mean, all you have to do is learn everything separately, and then, you know, put it all together. I'm not going to sit here and tell you how to put things together, because that's up to you and how you like playing the game, because it's all your style. But I'll catch you on the next one.